Oh no, that's gonna play. Oh, that's gonna play too. Oh. Oh man, that's using the wrong lens too, so you can see all of this nonsense. So, how's your Friday going so far? We'll get started in just a few minutes here. Greetings to everyone who just joined. Hey, what are you doing? Why are you flinging shit off my desk? Don't be a bully. Suppose I should have put that in the description, huh? Whoopsie doodle. I can fix that. Okay, there we go. So I just dumped in chat the link where I bought this thing. It was not at all cheap, but I don't know. I felt a need, so I went for it. This shell alone was almost the cost of this stupid console, but hey, they sent it in this nifty case here. I think that's it. All right. Set that aside for now. Hello there, Dastron. This, unlike the video from like an hour ago, this is actually live. That one was pre-recorded. I usually do premieres on my videos because, I don't know, I think it's fun. I shouldn't have dumped that out just yet, but oh well. Okay, so I'm just looking at everything that comes with it. They have, unfortunately, included these metal Game Boy Advance stickers. You know what? I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay. Sorry, just went to go grab this because I thought it would be a good example. These metal stickers here were originally included with this Game Boy Advance SP housing shell thing. This is not Boxy Pixel shell. This is. This is from Retro Tetra Station. I don't really know. I personally didn't like this shell, but this shell came with these metal stickers, and for whatever reason, they're included with the Analogue Pocket shell. Because on the back of this shell, there's a SP-shaped sticker cut out here. And I don't think I'm going to be using this metal sticker because I think it's kind of silly to put logos for something else entirely on something that it's not. But anyway, yeah, you got this little metal Nintendo logo too. There's no real place to put this. Well, I mean, I guess you could put it anywhere, but there's no like cutout or anything. I think the intended effect was, you know, you drop it right dead center underneath the screen. But again, I think that's super silly to put Nintendo logos on hardware that is not at all affiliated with Nintendo. But anyway, let's take a look at the rest of what we got. So it arrived assembled, that is screwed together. I thought it was going to be gold throughout. I ordered the gold shell. That seemed like the... I don't know. At the time, it seemed most appealing to me because every other color you could get an Analogue Pocket in except for gold. And I don't know, I thought that was neat. I'm super glad that it includes this gunmetal color mid frame too, because I think the two-tone color scheme looks really good. I had no idea it was going to do that. I thought this was all going to be gold. My plan for this actually was to paint it or get it like Cerakoted or something. But I don't know. I'm actually pretty pleased with this. The only thing I would change is maybe I'll have the buttons done in a different color or something. But I don't know. Not bad. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws, and then it'll probably come apart. There's got to be more than that. There's 3 parts. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I guess. Oh, there's more fasteners on the inside. I can already see. Anyway, we've got the shell. We've got a complete aftermarket set of metal buttons for this thing. The buttons are a different shape than the OEM, so as far as I can tell, they are required, at least for, yeah. All the keys and such are different on these. So Analogue Pocket, I thought I had a set on my desk. Oh, there it is. So this is what OEM Analogue Pocket buttons look like. The D-pad is much, much larger on the new shell. Shape itself, totally different. Height, totally different. Same thing really with all the buttons. So hopefully these aren't terrible to use. I like that they went ahead and made the volume and power switch, power buttons different colors. I think the contrast is nice. I've always liked it on the original Analogue Pocket, though I don't necessarily agree with the mint green color. I do like the contrast. And of course, we've also got some extra screws and a 3D printed spacer bracket, something or other. I have no idea what that's for. If there were instructions, I didn't see them. Where is the screwdriver? There it is. Yeah, I don't know. I might make a sticker with Analogue Pocket logos and information on it. I think this is dumb. Made by XWJ. XWJ, if you end up watching this, I have nothing against your stickers. I just don't like them on an Analogue Pocket. I think that's silly. But anyway. I'm guessing XWJ is not going to watch this, but Could be surprised. You'd think he's never eaten. I fed him... What time is it? It's 5:30. I fed him at 2. And then I gave him a treat. Half an hour ago? Not even. Oh, there we go. So there are more screws on the inside holding it together. I have no idea what this is. Maybe this is just a spacer / placeholder to keep it together while in shipping, because there should be the button board here for the shoulder buttons, but I don't know, maybe this goes over the button board or something. We'll see. Oh, long screws there. There's some shmoo on the threads. I was actually, oh, there's 3 different length screws. There's no way in hell I remember that. Hope for the best, though. I don't know. I was thinking about doing something like this for quite a while, actually. The only reason I didn't, is because I knew this was coming out, and I figured this will satisfy the need, as it were. Oh, that's weird. The shoulder buttons are machined aluminum on the outside attached to a 3D printed nylon bracket with like a little rubber bump stop thing on the end of it. I'm guessing that goes right up against the tact switch. Slightly different mechanism than stock. The machining itself, I don't know. I have no qualms with it. On the outside, everything has been media blasted and can't see any of the machining marks except for on some of these cutouts. You can see where to do the roughing, they used a bigger tool, and then to do the final cut, they used a thinner tool with a tighter radius, but they didn't go as deep. So there's a little bit of a lip on these edges, on these corners here, but you wouldn't see any of that once you've got a sticker installed, so I guess it doesn't matter. And then of course on the inside it's not media blasted, so you can see all the machining marks still. Hi HDR, how you doing, bud? Magical Sleeper, RetroCN and RetroCNC are not the same thing. So RetroCNC is my friend based in the US. He has his own machine shop. He makes some cool stuff. Buttons, cart shells, some Game Boy shells, knife scales, that sort of stuff. This is RetroCN. They're based out of China. I have no idea what they make. As far as I can tell, they're a reseller for actual OEMs in China. Like this shell is made by OZONE. I just purchased it from RetroCN because as someone who is not living in China, that seemed to be my only option. But I don't know, enough about the shell. Let's get on with this. So I have already tested this Analogue Pocket. I know it works totally fine, and if you can't tell from the fact that I haven't even peeled the stupid screen thing off, this thing is basically brand new. I haven't used this thing. I was making my own buttons for Analogue Pockets, and I wanted an analog. I wanted a stand-in for stock because I wanted to make sure that my buttons were as good or better, and the easiest way to do that was to have a stock unit on hand to test. So I already know this thing works. I'm not just pulling it apart without testing it or anything, but I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole of testing it. You'll have to just take my word for it. But we're going to pull this thing apart and reshell it, and everything's going to be good. It's going to be great. I'm going to have a wonderful time. I've been inside of these consoles quite frequently, not this one in specific though. My first time cracking this bad boy open. Is that the right size? Nope. What about that? No, I thought it was a 2.6. Let's try that. It is indeed a Torx T6. Nice and taut. 4 screws on the battery cover. We will not be reusing these because these are coarse threaded, and the shell uses fine pitch machine screws. I'm doing a really terrible job at keeping up with chat. Hang on, let me go catch up. Yeah, I'm really curious about the buttons myself. I was really hoping that it would use OEM style buttons because, you know, I made my own buttons, so I would like to be able to use them, but that is certainly not the case. Hopefully these aren't terrible, but even if they are, I'm probably going to make my own buttons anyway because I've never liked buttons that match the color of the shell. I think it looks kind of tacky, and I've always preferred the contrasting look of, well, for example, this. Not the D-pad, don't mind the D-pad. But, yeah, I don't know. If nothing else, these are going to end up getting painted at some point. Hopefully it's not too much of a pain in the butt to take apart once it's put together. Hey, HDR, no bully. Stop bullying. You're being mean. I mean, you're right. I am probably just going to put this in a drawer and forget about it after this, but I suppose we don't actually have to remove that. Never mind. So, cool thing with the analog pockets, you pull the battery connector. Oh, I got to pull this board out. This is my least favorite part about taking these things apart. I've also never taken one apart as much as I need to for this, though, so maybe I'll develop new hates. Oh, this thing is so much tighter than the one that I've taken apart dozens of times already. Gently release these little plastic snaps. There's 3 of them, 2 on top, 1 in the bottom middle. And then there's a ribbon cable under here. And the whole board comes out just like that. And then there's a QC sticker under the battery. It's a trap. Unplug the battery, lift up, and then slide the whole panel down, and it just comes off. You don't need to poke through that sticker. It doesn't connect to anything except the board itself. right, one more screw and then 3 flat flex connectors that I want tweezers for. And then the whole thing should come out. Oh, there's an SD card in here. Now the whole thing should come out, maybe. There it goes. Except for the screen connector, which I'm going to pop off just like that. It is a mezzanine connector, so just press on. And look at that beautiful board, man. I've always genuinely appreciated the board design on this thing. Like, look at how busy it is. Look at how compact all that hardware is. I mean, it's effectively single-sided, but still, look at that. Anyway, I guess we don't need to look at that too much longer. Pull out all the membranes. We definitely need to reuse the membranes. Pull out the buttons. This specific analog pocket, these boards are usually glued down. In fact, there's tape on this. It was supposed to be taped down, but it wasn't, so I don't know what happened there, but it didn't seem to affect anything, so I'm not really complaining, and it makes my job a heck of a lot easier. On the unit that I have taken apart several times. In fact, I have my own video on disassembling this thing a lot closer to when it was originally released. That's that same unit, and on that unit, this board was glued down. All right. And this is as far as I have ever disassembled one of these. So we're breaking new ground here. For me, at least. I'm 100% sure I'm not the first person to disassemble one of these things. Oh, good. I was worried there'd be like a speaker cone on this side. Makes sense that they're side firing, so there's no speaker cone, but I was really worried that like it was glued down to the speaker cone, so I pull this out and like the speaker cone stays. They're very snugly installed, though. I think the only other thing I'll need are these light pipes here. But since those are sonically welded into the shell, I think I'll wait to remove those. But the problem with that... Actually, I don't even know if these are used. Oh, fuck it, we'll find out. Never mind, I'm not waiting. Oh, that is in there good, though. Kind of hate to destroy this just for those. Are these surface mount? Yeah, and of course they're surface mount. They're not even side firing, so I do need those if I want to use them. That's a bummer. I guess that makes sense though. You see, this isn't even... I have one that I was planning on keeping in the dock, and that's this one. So yeah, maybe I have a problem, but I'm okay with it. So heat pad. I don't need my heat pad. Oh my god, I have a heat pad. I should totally use my heat pad. HDR, you're a genius. Wait, no. Fuck. He's never gonna let me forget that I said that. I bought a heat pad for like softening adhesives and screens and such, but I don't have a power cable for it. I gotta go find one. So I just used the power cable for it last night to plug in my PS3, and I like cable managed it and everything, and I don't want to go undo that, but I think I need to. Actually, what are the chances we just twist and pop this? This glass is super thick. It doesn't seem that that is gonna work, because I can see the glass flexing as I do this. I don't want to undo the cable management on my PS3. I'll just use the heat gun instead. Ooh, spicy. Oh yeah, this isn't that bad. I am flexing the bejeebas out of this shell, by the way. This isn't the screen bending. I'm a professional. I have a vague idea of what I'm doing. Don't bully me. Oh, I'm definitely on the wrong side of the adhesive, though. Holy cow. The adhesive, it just stretches. I'm gonna have to cut it or replace it. That was some impressive pull, though. Holy crap. I can't actually pull it any farther. My arm doesn't go that far. If anyone knows what specific adhesive this is, feel free to drop a link. I'm into it. Yeah, it's probably intact. I definitely need to get the battery out of this, though. Why do you not release? Oh, because there's tape on these now. Why would they do that? That's annoying. Okay, well, sure. This, ooh, it does fit. Oh, that is nice. That is very tight. I like that. Okay, let me get this installed, and then I want to talk about some of the cool things I'm noticing with it. I have no idea where my adhesive tape is. I'll be right back. I think it's in the storage. Wow. Okay, I only found the cheap stuff that I was too cheap to throw out. Oh, here's my battery charger. I've been looking for my Jugi charger. It is not where it's supposed to be. What the heck? Oh, found it. It was in my drawer. Right where I thought it, right where I usually leave it. Just didn't see it when I looked the first 2 times. So this is the good stuff. This is the 3M300 LSE. Once I've got it installed with this stuff, the screen ain't going nowhere either. Unfortunately, it's about twice as wide as it needs to be, so I'm going to be cutting it in half, but I don't know, shouldn't be too bad. Oh shit, Marshall's here. What's up, Marshall? I hope you enjoy this. You missed the fun part. You missed when I removed this. Where are my scissors? Here they are. I'm gonna get the nice ones. You missed how I took out the tool that was purpose made for this job and then proceeded to not use it. That was cool. Doesn't need to be perfect. The lens is laminated to the display, so it's not like this is gonna leak dust inside or anything if I don't get the seal correct. Oop, I cut it slightly too long. I apologize if I'm a little jittery. I've had a lot of iced tea today. What are you talking about, Marshall? I already removed it. Mine was defective and not actually glued down, so it just kind of fell out. All right, so question, do I even bother with the side adhesive? Because this is going to be more than enough anyway. And not like I'm going to take this thing anywhere. I'll do it. I'm here. It's one of those things that if I don't do it now, it will literally never get done, so might as well. Probably gonna have to cut this strip twice. Shit, I didn't cut that thin enough. And maybe we'll be all right. And is that too wide? That is too wide. worried about that one. But it still fits with the paper on, so with the paper off, I'm sure it'll be fine. Beautiful. Now, if I mess this up, I don't think it's ever coming out of this shell. Because at least with the plastic shell, I could tweak it to get leverage. You know, twist it, pop it, pull it, flick it. There we go. How about that? How about that? Oh, one of those is not trash. That bag is still full of parts I need. All right. These are not the same part. I thought they were. I never looked at it that closely. I figured they'd be, you know, the same part just rotated, but the screw brackets don't line up. Oh, you know what? I'll install those later. I don't actually need to install them right now. B. X. Which one's X? Is that one X? That's A. That's Y. Is that Y? That's not Y. This is machined aluminum in rose gold. I'm digging it. Looks a little bit like brass, but it isn't. All right. That's not bad. I don't know if that's a long enough screw. Put my trash in my tape bag. I guess this is my tape bag now. It feels fine. What I don't like is the noise. I know I'm missing parts. I'm just checking to see how it goes together. Oh, I forgot the light pipe. I feel like... Is that what this is? Because this should be... transparent, but it's not. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the frosted white plastic is better. No, but that is exactly what that was. It fits perfectly there. It's gotta be. My membranes shifted as soon as I did that. All right. That's not bad. I'm pleased with the fitment so far. I have had far worse shells in terms of fitment. I have made far worse in terms of fitment. Of course these aren't magnetic. Why would they be? I don't like the usage of all these different types of screws. It's difficult to keep in mind where each of them goes. And if there are instructions, I have no idea where to find them because RetroCN certainly didn't provide any. Or maybe they did and it's in their private Discord that I never actually joined. Who knows? That part. Where are my new buttons though? I don't know what these extra screws are for. Link. You like that? You like that logo? Yeah. It's pretty good. Anyway. Totally forgot what I was doing. Buttons. volume. Definitely want to plug this in. And it's more than enough parts to test it, so let's make sure I didn't totally ruin this thing. Buttons are going to fall out. Hey, the screen still works. How about that? I told you I didn't destroy it. You know what? D-pad's fine. You know, I'm not getting... You don't get the false diagonals. I can't press more than 2 buttons at the same time. It's fine. Yeah. Put it together and reassess, but... I don't know. Seems fine. Oh, God. Okay, and if I recall correctly, there were, turn that off. The short screws, well, not short, but medium screws, I thought went down here. And then the long screws go up here. But the question is, do we need that other board or not? And I honestly don't know what the answer is. What the hell am I doing? Oh, you know what? That's got to be necessary because that hole is definitely bigger than the screw. That explains why they have this brace then. All right, that ain't bad. Ooh, that is not a good feeling button press. So the Analogue Pocket, I don't think is known for its very solid tactile shoulder buttons. This removes all of the tactility. I think the buttons are actually jammed. So let's plug this back in. Ooh, that does just kind of fit in there. That's good. Okay. I need a GBA game. Who the hell has GBA games in this economy? Seriously? Aiming that. That'll do. I don't know how I'm feeling about that light pipe. It's let me turn off my lights. Maybe it'll be easier to see. It's not bad, but I don't know about it. Hey. What the actual fuck? Yeah. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. I don't even have to test it. I know they're not working. There's 2 pads on these things. I'm going to peel off one of them. Maybe that's why there's 2 pads, you know, just kind of... Oh, that's so much better. Oh. Why would they include 2 pads? I don't get that. Please work. Yeah. No. Test console. Yeah. They work a lot better without that second pad. They actually feel good too now. And they're making noise. Dope. All right. Plus that. Still have no idea what those extra screws are for, and I think that's it. Just gonna tuck the battery wires up so they don't get crushed, but it's very tight. It's not clearing the battery. I'm not sure. It's this fucking tape again. On both sides. Oh. You know what? There is a very easy solution to this that doesn't involve me peeling the tape off my battery. Look at that. On the old models, there's no tape. I don't know why they do that shit. does not look cleaner, and it fits like garbage. I mean, I don't think the shell should be tight enough that tape on the battery gives you a hard time, but it's kind of ridiculous. Oh, I totally lost a screw. Did it go inside my console? Really not enough room for it. It did. I don't like how the battery wires get crushed either. It's because on the original model they route down and around, but on this model there's this little semicircle in there for like a keychain thinger. I guess it's fine, but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think the missing screw is inside my console, though. I'll just hope for the best. Hey. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, there should be one more screw. Right there. Yeah, that ain't bad. I don't really care for the rattle, but I don't know. Maybe it's just extra parts. I don't know what that's about though. Suppose I can put my other one back together. Yeah, see on this one we can route it down and around that screw hole and then jam that back on. Chuck my screw bit. Oh, I can't believe I just cross-threaded that. I mean, I have an extra shell now, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, but I've had this one in particular apart so many times. Okay. Yeah. That feels fine, and I'm sure that works on the new battery. And I'm sure this one works on the old battery. Wait, I forgot my SD card. You know what? Fit and finish, not bad at all. There are panel gaps, of course. Why wouldn't there be? I don't like the panel gaps, but it is what it is. I don't like how I had to squeeze it to put it together. I don't know. It's not bad though. I'm gonna put all of these screws back in the shell though. Someday I might need this. And if that day ever arises, I think having the screws handy is gonna make my life easier. I'm glad I did not rip the light pipe out of the plastic shell because it did not need to come out. I should put all the buttons in a little baggie too. Oh, that screw's not down all the way. That's what. What the fuck? And oh, there's that extra screw. Knew it couldn't have gone too far. I don't know. Ain't too bad. Let's say we test IR. Wonder if I have IR on this, or mystery gift. Yeah, I do. So these consoles actually do have IR blasters in them. Hey, yes. Okay, guess not. Yeah, that one worked. But it's not going with the modified one. Oh, there it goes. Oh, never mind. communication error. I'm thinking that IR is a no-go. It clearly works. I just did it with the stock one. Go. I don't think this is gonna work. That's a shame. Not a really big one, but a shame nonetheless. Let me catch up on chat. I'm sorry, I forgot I'm live, I guess. Again. Yeah, I don't, Ricky, I don't know what's up with the other board. I'm thinking that little board is just a bracket to hold in the regular button board. I don't know. Like I said, there were, the instructions that were included are on screen right now, so I don't know. Hey, if you want to make me some buttons for this thing, I'm all for it, but they're not standard size. Like, I would have absolutely loved to use my buttons, but they've got different keys, they've got different heights, and the D-pad itself is a totally different, well, all the buttons are a different size. They're all bigger. I don't think the metal case is killing the IR signal itself. I think that the Analogue Pocket in its stock form has a really shitty IR configuration, and this is worse. So I don't know about that. Make sure the volume actually works on this. How about? Oh my god, it does work. It's so loud. I'm getting 0 response from this thing. These two work together. This one is not working with this. So I can't get 2 known working Game Boy Colors to work with it. And just for shits and giggles, I've got a 3rd Game Boy Color here. Well, technically it's the only Game Boy Color here. This one doesn't have mystery gift though. It's probably not far enough. Ugh. It's got a weird IR window, but I think it should be fine. Nothing? I got a communication error one time, and that's it. Ooh, and the sheer proximity to this metal housing is setting off the touch sensor in this Game Boy. Nothing. I don't know. I don't actually know if you have to save after Mystery Gift. I don't think you do, but there, it's off. It's definitely not interfering. These things have incredibly crummy range. Well, these things have incredibly IR in general, the range is terrible. Marshall, you missed it. I already said I was thinking about making my own case. The only reason I didn't is because I'm busy and this came first. And I'm sure you guys are wondering, so let's try it. Would it surprise you to learn that I haven't used this once? Almost like it's brand new or something, you know? Come on. So, a stocket fits fine, but my modified pocket also fits fine. I mean, I'll have to update it and plug it in and make sure it's actually seating properly. It doesn't click quite the same, but this is a newer hardware pocket that has a physically different USB Type-C port, whereas this one is one of the launch models that is notorious for clicking, I guess, on insert. So, I don't know. It feels fine, but I'll have to plug it in, double check. I'm thinking it's gonna be fine though. That's neat. I'll have to play with that later. All right, I mean, I guess that's about it. IR doesn't work, but just about everything else works exactly as you'd expect. There's this cool little cutout for a little keychain hanger doodle if you want. Like if you want to put something like this on there, totally can. You know, hang a little doodad off it. Oh, it's the dock that changed. I thought it was the pocket. My bad. This dock is newer. I've had it sitting on my desk for entirely too long, but it's certainly not one of the original. Ooh! Sorry. I don't know if there's any date codes or anything on here. It doesn't look like there is. Or models. Either way. I have so many options for plugging a Game Boy into an HDMI sync that I just haven't even gotten around to this yet. Wrist strap, there you go. Wait, I literally have wrist straps right here. Where is the drawer? There you go. Now it doesn't matter how slippery it is. You could swing it around at your TV if you want. And if the strap breaks, well, you can blame Nintendo for that. Because they said this is perfectly safe to not chuck a Wiimote through your television. What about my other analog pocket? Because this thing certainly isn't gonna click into the dock. And I'm sure the red one's fine. Look at that glare. Why would the red one not fit? I'm sure the red one's fine. Oh, does it click? I'll find out. Nope, red one doesn't click. I don't know, I'm thinking it's the pocket that changed because that one is noticeably louder, and this is for sure one of the launch models, and this is obviously not one of the launch models. Maybe they both changed, who knows? Or maybe this one's just beat the fuck, you know, worn the fuck out. Because this one I actually use. The red one I have used once. And then I immediately took it apart and installed new buttons in it. Oh, you know what? I have a tool that is perfectly suited for determining the weight. A stocket is 271 grams. This one is 350 grams. So yeah, it's heavier. Not that much though. Oh, this one has a game in it. That's not exactly a fair comparison, is it? And the wrist strap, but the wrist strap's hanging off. Now it is 325 grams. I don't remember what I said before. But, I don't know, it's still about 50 grams heavier. Hello, Emily. Greetings. Yeah, so what, is the game 25 grams? 24. There you go. Yeah, this one has custom resin buttons, but I'm sure the weight is the same. Like, it's such a small piece. The D-pad itself is 1 gram. I don't think my scale even goes low enough to measure these things. Oh, okay, the resin one is 2 grams. Probably because the plastic injection molded ones are hollow, and then the resin ones are not. But It's such a negligible difference. Yeah, metal one seems to fit in the dock fine. My dock is not updated, and I don't really feel like plugging it in and updating it right now to double check that it works fine, but I'm sure it works fine. It feels close enough. The external dimensions of this thing are just a hair smaller than stock, so I think it should be fine. Because like this outer frame, this mid frame here, is the same width as a stock pocket, whereas the rest of it is kind of shy of the outer frame. So I think it's fine. 37. What kind of loser doesn't charge his own pocket? I mean, the light pipe seems to work. I don't know. I'm not really happy with it, but it's not bad enough that I'm gonna redo it. I don't know. It's alright. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go refill my beer and do something else. I don't know. If you've got any questions, I'll review when I get back. Give me like 3 minutes. I'll be right back. You see, I had to get the good microfiber. I keep that one in the bathroom because reasons. But no, I use this one on my glasses. Oh, look at that. I don't need this. Okay. Pong by Atari Tim A. I have no idea if the resin cast buttons are available yet. These specific ones are a Lab 15 specialty, and I don't think they're available yet. I think that's I think it's a little premature. I did make a video on the buttons, hence my red pocket with the buttons. I haven't published it yet because I thought they weren't available. Admittedly, I have not been on top of that, though. I will find out for you very shortly. Never mind. HDR already beat me to it. Like usual. Lab 15 does good stuff. I don't know, maybe I'll publish that video Monday then. I don't know if I really care for this Boona, but it's certainly sized appropriately for a pocket. I don't know. It's not that bad. I think the my biggest problem with it is something that'll work itself out. It's got a smell, man. It smells like burning plastic. I just gotta throw it in the corner of my room and leave it there for a while. There we go. Chris Cube, are you referring to the metal analog pocket shell? Because if you are, I don't think they're coming back in stock. So, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, and I think I put this in the description. I don't know. I bought this shell from RetroCN, not RetroCNC. RetroCNC is my buddy based in the US, makes custom buttons, all this sort of similar sort of stuff, you know, machined aluminum, etc. This is from RetroCN, which is not a machine shop, but a distributor based in China. And what they, you know, I could just show you. What am I doing? Oh, my iPad here. You see HDR sending me memes while I'm trying to stream. But what they do is they have in their Discord, at the very least, I'm sure it works similarly on their site, they have all these different categories. So they have Laojiang, Snowcake, Ozone, others, Cube Sugar, and Retro Tetra Station. So it looks like they're just resellers for these specific okay. Thanks, guys. I see how it is. So this is made by Ozone, and they're based out of China. And then RetroCN is a reseller that forwards from China to elsewhere. But if you join their Discord, which is linked on their site, it looks like there was only ever this one batch. Even Rex is RetroCN, I guess. I don't know. Rex says only one batch. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means they've only done one batch or they're only doing one batch. But thanks, Marshall. But there you go. And yeah, see, they're putting that silly Nintendo logo up on the it just looks ridiculous there, I think, but whatever. Yeah, they make some cool stuff. I'm actually really interested in some of these other things they're making. These are like smartphones in custom casings with hardware button controls and such. Oh, and there you go. Yeah, see, he has He has it in a dock. He says dock is supported, cartridge adapter is supported. Oh, I could have tried that. I have the cartridge adapters too. Yeah, one of you guys is about to send me something that's going to get me banned. I just know it. I'll take that out of frame now. I don't know that I like the idea of metal on metal. Someone in chat mentioned that they want to get a metal game cartridge shell to go with something like this, and I don't like metal buttons on metal shell just because it's noisy. Like if you move it around, it. Anyway, I don't really like the idea of metal shells on metal shells too, because one of these is gonna scratch the other, and it's gonna suck. Plastic ain't gonna scratch metal. Metal will scratch metal. I don't know who's gonna win in this case, titanium or anodized aluminum, but I don't really want to find out. But the bigger D-pad, I think, will take a little bit of getting used to. It's not bad. I'm thinking I like the original better, though. I mean, no scratches yet, but give it time. Sure, we'll get there eventually. You know what? I should play Super Mario on this. That's a way better benchmark. Where are my GBA games? What idiot moved them and didn't tell me? I live by myself. It's me. I'm the idiot. I had a silly little game case with like 8 GBA carts in it. Looked like this, but what? I put it somewhere. Oh, so stupid. Fucking ADHD, I swear. It's got all of my flash carts in it. Except for this Easy Flash Omega, I guess. Oh, maybe I have Mario on this. And it's got all of my Mario games. Well, all my GBA Mario games, but I like the GBA ones better, don't tell anyone. GBA backup? Got the cart, I would have dumped it. But this doesn't have my current dumps. Ugh. Oh wait, Super Mario B. Is that it? This is it. Excellent. This is the one I wanted. I am fully cognizant that I'm playing on an Analog Pocket that has open FPGA, and not only did I set up the Super Nintendo core, I could just play the Super Nintendo version of this game, which is better, but this is what I got. I don't think I have the SNES ROM on here, anyhow. Oh! I'm gonna say the D-pad's fine, though. All the buttons are fine, to be honest. I've played this one single level so many freaking times. Oh! I messed up. Oh well. Yeah, no, I actually really like the idea of using this thing for Super Nintendo games. Like, the button layout is perfect. The screen is pretty much perfect. I mean, well, it's not perfect, but it's as good as it's gonna get. But yeah, as you can hear, it's noisy. I don't know that I'm into that. Yeah, I don't... Like Hazi's saying, there was only the one batch, so if you're watching this stream going, oh hey, I think I'll get one of these, I have bad news for you. Because I ordered this from the one batch. So if the one batch is already shipping, that means it's too late to make more orders. But unless you're, you really like... Unless you're one of those people who just like leaves the tapping sound on your iPhone keyboard, I don't know that you'll be into the into the buttons on this thing. And if you're one of those people who leaves the tapping sound on your phone keyboard and you use that out in public like that, I don't want to be associated with... Ah! No one has to know about that. My network? It might be my network. My network does that sometimes. I'm sorry, guys. There's nothing I can do about that. In my neck of the woods, Cox has a monopoly, and so I either have Cox for a hardwired connection, or I go with one of the mobile providers like Verizon or T-Mobile, and I don't want to do that. Or Starlink, I guess. I think Starlink's available in this area. But if I want a hardwired connection, Cox is my choice. I mean, I recognize the irony in that statement, given that I'm on a mobile phone and I'm streaming wirelessly, but the connection from my router to the outside world is hardwired. I don't mean CenturyLink, I mean Cox. C-O-X, Cox. It is 100% Monopoly. I'm not just saying the funny word. Cox. Anyway, I think that's about all I've got. I kind of expected this to take longer, but it's already fully assembled. I've played it about as much as I'm gonna play it. I don't like how the buttons smack against the shell. I don't like the noise it makes. I am not happy with the button noise. I'm gonna make my own buttons for it, but I'm obviously not gonna do that on stream. And even if I did, it's not getting done tonight. My modeling ability is not strong enough that I could just whip these up in 20 minutes and get them printed. My printer ain't that fast either, and even still, I'd probably order like nylon buttons or something. I don't know what I'm going to do about them. I'm still thinking about it. Maybe just painting them will be enough to reduce the noise. I don't know. I'll ponder this further, and well, I'm probably not going to make an update video because who gives a shit, but I don't know, maybe I'll post about it on Twitter or something. I'm X, excuse me. You know, I was watching For All Mankind. The new season came out. Season 4, I think it is. I don't know, a few months ago. One of the episodes ends on a DMX song, and it took me by surprise. It was a surreal experience. Fantastic show, by the way. Highly recommend. But For All Mankind. Yes, HDR. You've nailed it. What even what is this bottom one supposed to be? I think the AI is a little confused there. Oh my god. Never mind, this one's the worst one yet. Yeah, thanks, bud. You nailed it. Oh my god. Okay, I don't think I can show that. Anyway, that was the metal Analogue Pocket. Oh, one thing I totally neglected to talk about that I actually meant to, but I wanted to wait until it was actually fully assembled. The glass is flush with the front of the shell. I really like that. I didn't know that they had done that. On a stock pocket, the glass is quite proud of the plastic, for no reason other than aesthetic, as far as I can tell. I don't like it, but it's not really a big deal. But I like this better. Of course, if you have a screen protector on there, it's even more proud. I am sure that if I put a screen protector on this, it'd be nice and proud. Towards the top, it's still a little proud, but on every side except for the bottom, it's proud, actually. I think that's just because the bottom kind of like curves up. Suppose if I unplug it, I can tilt it all the way forward, and you can see that towards the edges, it kind of rounds off a little. But I don't know. I like the flush glass. It's a nice touch. I'm surprised that they did that, but now that I can see that the glass is flush, I understand why they went with custom buttons, because the button height and the glass height are fixed. So if you're using stock buttons, they're always going to be, you know, just barely taller than the LCD, because they are both tied directly to the board. So by making bigger and taller buttons, they can raise the front of the shell and sink the glass in by effect, and well, there you go. I wouldn't have thought to do that with my own shell. I mean, now that I'm looking at theirs, it makes total sense why they did that, and now I understand, and now I have fewer complaints about the custom buttons, but still, I'm not digging the metal on metal. I'm gonna do something about that eventually. Hiccups. Yeah, I'm into the slightly rounded edges. It's subtle, but it's there. It's I guess it's kind of like a Game Boy Color, because Game Boy Colors are kind of rounded too, but the difference is the edges of the screen are totally flush, and then it rounds up so that there's a huge gap, or a huge lip, where the plastic sticks up over the plastic on stock ones, but glass on those. And pockets are actually even more pronounced. But I don't know. I like this. It's nice. It's subtle. It's tasteful. It's well done. The curve, that is. There are definitely some other things that I would have done differently. Notably, this sticker cutout. I don't know what to do with this. I don't want to put a SP sticker there. I think that's cheesy. I don't really think that they had to put their name on there twice. I think that's a little silly too, but they designed it. They're more than entitled to do so. But had I designed it, I might have done things a little bit differently. Anyway, I think that's about all I've got. If I don't end the stream here, I'm going to continue rambling about inane nonsense that just straight up doesn't matter. So, I don't know. I'll give it a few minutes. If you guys have any lingering questions, burning desires, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna eat my fortune cookie. And just to bother Marshall, I'm gonna do it over the pockets. I can't show you what Hazy sent me on stream. Or maybe I can, but I probably shouldn't. If you say so. All right, I'm done with my fortune cookie, so I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, you know what? One more thing. I meant to look at this earlier, but I just totally forgot. The link port cutout is kind of lazy. I saw the... I don't like this. There's gaps. I can see the gaps. I mean, when I compare it to a stock analog pocket, there's way less gaps. But look, I'm just saying that it's possible to make a custom shell that doesn't have egregious gaps. That's all I'm saying. It's possible. It's a thing. People can do it. I don't know why they don't, but they can. Okay, now I'm done. Plug that back in because I do genuinely want to charge it. All right. Thanks for watching, folks. I don't really have anything to link because I don't think these things are still available, but I did put the link to where I bought this in the description if you want to read more info. Really not that much. It did run me about 180 bucks before shipping. I think it was like 210 all said and done, which when you consider an analog pocket is like 250 bucks plus shipping, or is it 220 plus shipping? I don't remember. Either way, this is effectively a $500 analog pocket now, and I 100% do not recommend it at that price. If you're insane like me and maybe using it as a tax deductible, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. I like it. I think it could be better, but it does a lot of things really well, and I'm not displeased with my purchase whatsoever. Oh, hell yeah, let's go play Helldivers. Alright, I'll catch you all later. Peace! Wait, how the fuck do I end this stream?